After 3 episodes of no Joel, seeing him again in episode 6 was like seeing an old friend. We are treated to a scene of Joel's childhood, where we see him and his father connecting over the struggles of fatherhood. We see that Joel's father has the same watch that Joel is wearing throughout seasons 1 and 2. This watch is one of the first things we see in the series, and now we understand how vital this memento was. The series changed the opening episode by having Sarah fix this watch rather than buying him a new one. This being Sarah's last gesture to Joel is a sign that he accomplished what his dad wanted, being a little better than he was. Knowing that Joel wears his father's watch to this day, even after his childhood, shows the love and respect he had for his father in the end. In the season 2 premiere, we get a scene of Joel and Dina. While the point of the scene is to show the growing relationship between the two, we do get to see Joel repairing a breaker. A majority of the first season had Joel in survival mode, meaning that we didn't get to know a lot of his smarts. Before the world fell apart, Joel was a carpenter, making him very good with his hands. This explains his joy while repairing something like a breaker, and his excitement to teach Dina once she asks. His ingenuity is one of the many reasons he is still alive today. His ability to repair and rebuild also explains why he has become such an essential figure in Jackson, as not many people would have that training and still be alive. His background also gives a good reason as to why in the game he can craft bombs and Molotovs on the fly. This scene gives us a little callback to his crafting days. In a world filled with infected humans, cults, and every other manner of bad thing, one thing that connects these characters to our world is music. It is clear that Joel has a passion for playing guitar, and he passes that connection down to Ellie, even repairing a guitar for her on her birthday. This is the same guitar that Joel gives Ellie in the game, but in this episode, we see Joel crafting the neck art of the moth, not knowing what it truly means to Ellie. We can see how much she has taken to it through a number of clues throughout her living quarters. From the music sheets she uses as shades on her windows, to the cassette tape of Aha's album Hunting High and Low. This cassette also hinted at the song Take On Me that Ellie would sing to Dina in episode 4. In the flashback episode, Joel plays a song for Ellie while he sings along. You can see the similarities between Ellie and Joel singing for the people they love. We also get a mirrored scene from the game to show when Ellie finds the abandoned music equipment in the theater. Ellie plays the song Future Days by Pearl Jam, just like she does in the game. While technically speaking this song shouldn't exist in this timeline, the callback to the game is important enough to forget that minor plot hole. One of the differences between the show and the game is the use of real-world locations. Seeing places like Costco or 7-Eleven helps remind us that this is our world. During the second episode, when Seth is apologizing to Ellie, there is a sign in the background that says Red Hook. People from Seattle would recognize this as a local beer. This company is founded, brewed, and served only in Seattle. This is a slight nod to the real-life city of Seattle and its residents, showing that the production designers took where they were into consideration, which is always nice. The zombie genre was taken to new heights when The Walking Dead first premiered in 2010. It paved the way for countless shows and films, and The Last of Us knows this. At the end of episode 3, Dina and Ellie are riding horseback in Seattle on a highway. This shot is very reminiscent of the famous scene from The Walking Dead, where Rick Grimes is riding into a broken down Atlanta. This shot was so impactful that it became the iconic poster for The Walking Dead for years to come. Seeing both of these scenes, the homage is clear, with the showrunners paying their respects to one of the shows they can thank for making this show a reality. The callbacks in episode 3 don't stop there. After weeks of recovering from her wounds, Ellie is finally released from the Jackson hospital. She goes to see Joel's gravesite, where she places coffee beans near his tombstone. We later see Joel drinking coffee in flashbacks during episode 6, where we find out that coffee has become quite the rare commodity, making this gesture one of pure love. However, it does go deeper than that. Why Ellie does this is a callback to season 1. Ellie had never seen or smelled coffee before, so when she sees how much Joel loves it, the two have a playful back and forth. This is one of the first times we see their relationship grow into what it would become, making it a beautiful memory for both of them. In episode 5, Ellie and Dina are trapped, thinking that all hope is lost. Ellie sends Dina away, seemingly sacrificing herself for her. Just as Ellie is about to be torn apart, she is saved by a mysterious figure. She is taken aback as the silhouette of their savior looks exactly like Joel. Of course, we learn that it is not Joel, but Jesse. Many audience members may have also been tricked, which was the point. The silhouette that we see was actually changed to Joel's, putting us into Ellie's mind and having us think for just a moment that maybe it could be Joel. This is not a show where people magically come back to life, but we, the audience, were given a glimmer of hope for a half second. Ellie's love of space travel is seen throughout the series, with her mentioning her favorite astronaut, Sally Ride. While Ellie and Dina are making their way through Seattle in episode 4, they come across a tank with a bunch of burnt bodies. Ellie refers to the Apollo 1 mission in which all of the astronauts were trapped inside a burning capsule. There is a scene in the game that is nearly identical callback with Ellie and Dina. We get yet another reference to Apollo 1 during the flashback episode with Joel and Ellie. Joel takes Ellie to the Space Museum for her birthday, and as they are getting into a real space capsule, Joel tells Ellie to pick a helmet from the selection of different suits throughout the years. She chooses the helmet from the Apollo 1 mission while she mimics her takeoff into the stars with Joel. We also see Ellie's cassette tape in this episode, which is how Ellie has learned the punk rock songs. One of the more famous symbols from the series is the moth. Ellie seems obsessed with drawing moths as they are seen throughout her room. Joel notices this and engraves her guitar with the same moth symbol. This is significant to Ellie, but he doesn't exactly know why. She tells Joel that she sees moths in her dreams, so Joel asks Gale what this could mean. She tells him that the symbol of a moth means death. This is Ellie's brain telling her something she refuses to acknowledge. She has always suspected Joel of lying to her about the fireflies, but has never confronted him about this. Seeing as she was asleep during Joel's massacre, it is while she is asleep that her brain is attempting to tell her the truth. It is ironic that Joel is the one to carve the moth figure into her guitar, much like the mark that is permanently left on Ellie because of what Joel had done. This is never explained during the season, but this is one of the many times the shows subtly gave us hints of what is to come. In the final episode of the season, Ellie and Jesse are walking through Seattle to find Tommy. As they are walking, you can see a broken down crane that has fallen in between two skyscrapers. As many fans of the games know, during Abby's POV, she walks across a crane in one of the more vertigo-inducing segments. This could be a hint at what is to come next season. If this is true, it also gives the show a sense of geography, as we know that Abby is most likely climbing across just as Ellie and Jesse are on the streets. This last episode has a lot of moments like that, having Ellie witness different events from afar that we will surely see in the next season. The explosion that occurs after she escapes the scars is a perfect example of this, giving us a broader view of the world that Ellie is just a small piece in. The second season left us with quite the cliffhanger for season 3. Looking back throughout this season can give us lots of hints at what we can expect to come later on. With the benefit of having the story laid out in its entirety with the games, this allows the show to foreshadow moments and arcs in a way that would have been much harder in the game. Was there any secret or Easter egg that you noticed? Let us know what you found in the comments down below. Thank you for watching ScreenRant, and be sure to come back for more videos on The Last of Us, as well as the rest of your favorite shows and movies.